A good illustration of an issue where two questions separate is the issue of torture. Right? So suppose there are some CIA officers, right, that in a couple extreme circumstances torture people and do in fact save, as best we can tell, save hundreds of thousands of lives. And this comes to the attention of the president. Now, let's suppose, for the sake of argument, that in those cases it was in fact the right thing to do. Does it follow that the president should refrain from punishing them? Not necessarily. Right? We might come to the conclusion they did the right thing, but it would also be the right thing to punish them for it because the consequences of letting people get away with it are so severe, right, that we can't accept those consequences. Right? Which means essentially that the CIA officers would be obligated to do their duty, and then we would be obligated to punish them for doing their duty. I should say their moral duty, not their official legal duty. Right? Now, I think that's going to make a lot of people uneasy, and it should make us uneasy. Right? There's something really problematic about saying these are the right things to do, right? And in an abstract sense, the people should be morally approved of for doing them or even obligated to do them, but we ought to punish them for doing the right thing. Right? So, right, we can go a couple ways. Right? We could say, well, yeah, that's the difficulties of life, but those are extreme circumstances. Or we could say, so much the worse for act utilitarianism. Right? That's another illustration of what's wrong with act utilitarianism. Or we could say that that's actually not ever going to happen. Right? That in fact, for various reasons, right, the question of who we should punish, the question of what's the right thing to do, and the question of who should be punished for doing those certain things will come together. So there'll never be a case where we're actually justified in punishing a person for doing the right thing. Okay? That's a difficult question, and we're going to discuss that more next week. In the next several segments, I'm going to talk about what this shows us about act utilitarianism.